A 72-year-old Laurel County woman was found dead in her driveway. Now a death investigation is underway.
Coming up, despite it being a holiday, a homeless shelter keeps its doors open as temperatures drop below freezing.
Rain to snow as we head later into the week, leading to even more snow chances. Snow lovers will love the forecast. It's coming up now at 6.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
Drivers passing by a Southern Kentucky home make a sad discovery: a woman lying dead outside her home. It was below freezing when officers found her body, and as WYMT's Phil Pendleton reports, now investigators are trying to figure out if the weather played a role in her death.
A driver headed up Fisherman Island Road noticed a woman laying on the cold ground just outside her home just around 11:30 on Sunday morning.
When we responded to the scene, we found a woman beside her vehicle, deceased.
They identified her as 72-year-old Glenda Smith, who lived in the home alone. She had a cut to her head, but they don't think that injury alone caused her death.
It's thought that she may have taken a fall. We're not sure at this point.
Did she fall? And then did the extremely cold temperatures cause something else to happen to her?
You know, this investigation just started yesterday, and it is an unusual investigation, you know, with a cut on her head and the weather, and there's a lot of things that we have to consider.
This part of Laurel County is known for its lakeside homes. It is a community where a lot of people reside in the spring and summer months, but not too many people stay here during the winter. Neighbors say Smith lived alone, but they would try to check on her from time to time.
It's very rural, of course, and the houses, there are some houses in that area, but they're not right next door to each other. There's one here and then there's one there, so you don't have no really close neighbors.
Police say they don't know how long the woman was outside before she was discovered. In Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
The autopsy was scheduled for today, but officials have not yet released those results. Many heating and plumbing businesses are getting hundreds of calls a day because of this cold weather. To make sure your heat runs smoothly and efficiently during these frigid conditions, some say the easiest thing homeowners can do is change out their air filters to keep them clean. Along with keeping your heat running smoothly, it's also very important to know how to keep your pipes from freezing or bursting during these frigid temperatures.
Make sure that your hoses and your outside spigots are disconnected so that you don't have any freezing and bursting of those areas.
You should also make sure your crawl space is sealed up well to keep the cold out. You can also open the doors under your sinks and let your water drip if you do have an issue. We've been experiencing the coldest temperatures of the season so far, and we'll drop back into the low teens tonight. That led to a group making the quick call to extend their homeless shelters hours, and people are taking full advantage of some kind volunteers who made sure they had a roof over their heads. WYMT's Connor James has more from Clay County.
A frigid day overtook eastern Kentucky. For those without a roof over their head, that means a cold day in the elements. But thanks to volunteers in Manchester who spent their Martin Luther King Day working, that's not the case.
Really just wanted to give them a safe, warm place to stay, not only at night, but also during the day.
Warm Souls for Worn Souls will typically close between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m., but not today.
The temperature today was not to be above freezing. We had a concern for the overnight guests that we have here.
Multiple people who would normally have no other place to go were able to stay out of the cold weather and enjoy a warm bed and good company.
I feel like it's a calling to do what's good and what's right, to help those who need help in any way we can help them.
And volunteers say they'll do what they can to make sure people do have a place to stay warm in the chilly days ahead. Now, Steve, anyone who is interested in helping, they can find a contact number on our website, WYMT.com.
Connor, you mentioned volunteering. What about people who need to use the shelter?
We also have the hours listed there, too. Every day from 6 p.m. to 8 a.m., doors are open. They'll lock the doors, though, at about 11 p.m. every night.
All right, Connor James in our newsroom, thank you. We also have a number of schools who have called off tomorrow or are delayed. You can find those at the bottom of your screen. And these frigid temperatures are going to obviously continue tonight. But what about the rest of the week? Chief Meteorologist Andrew Dockery is keeping an eye on that. Andrew?
Yeah, Steve, you said it best. Tonight, another cold one with those wind chills in the single digits once again. We head into tomorrow, and a warm front actually slides through, bringing finally above freezing temperatures for both your Tuesday and your Wednesday, but it doesn't last long. First, let's take a look at a beautiful view and a beautiful end to the day from our National Weather Service camera. The latest view there providing plenty of sunshine and a nice sunset. Interstate 64 now looking at pretty much clear skies, at least for now, with partly cloudy skies increasing out of the southwest. It's 19 now in Jackson, 16 in Prestonsburg, and 15 in Ashland. You factor in some of the wind, and you can already see a single-digit temperature showing up now in Lexington to the northwest. We'll look at a few of those to work into our region for tonight. We drop down to 16 degrees with a wind out of the east at 5 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies and mostly sunny tomorrow with temperatures in those mid-40s, maybe a few locations in the upper 40s. Steve, after your Wednesday, some big changes once again arrive. We'll break down that roller coaster pattern coming up in a few short minutes.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Today is day 31 of the partial government shutdown, and with a federal prison in the county, owners of the Martin County IGA hope to alleviate some of the added stress for folks. WYMT's Marianne Fletcher explains how.
Around 60 years ago, Judith Ousley's father opened what locals call the supermarket in Inez.
My dad started this business in 1959 because there wasn't a grocery store here.
He used the grocery store to help the community.
And we're a family. We've always been here, and we've always tried to help in cases of emergency and stuff, and this is an emergency.
Now, the name has changed, and although her father died in 2015, Ousley says they remain dedicated.
And decided that the least we could do was let the members of our community set them up with a charge account until they go back to work and get a paycheck.
Lasting more than 4 weeks now, the partial government shutdown is keeping some federal employees from being paid. Families like Joshua Crumbs face tough times with those missing checks.
Yeah, my mom works there at the prison.
He says he's thankful to work for such a giving business.
It helps a lot. It helps tremendously to be able to get our groceries.
Giving back to a community.
We just want to return the favor, and that's what he wants us to do, is help our neighbors, and that's what we're trying to do.
After decades of loyalty. In Martin County, Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
Both the Inez and Warfield IGAs are providing the charge accounts. If you would like to apply, we have information on our website, WYMT.com. The grocery store is not the only business hoping to help. The Martin County Utility Board is holding accounts of any federal prison workers affected by the partial government shutdown. This means as long as you are not receiving your regularly scheduled paychecks, you can wait until you get paid to pay your bill. Board Chairman Jimmy Kerr says they understand the struggles many families are facing during this time.
It's the right thing to do. I mean, these guys are still having to go, the guys that work at the federal penitentiary are having to go to work every day and aren't getting paid when it comes time for payday. So that can't be easy.
If you are a federal employee and would like to place a hold on your account, bring your photo ID and federal employee ID to their billing office. Tonight, an update on 2 boys in Knott County who ran off from school last week. Many of you called us or messaged us concerned about the boys. Today, we learned police found them in Clay County. Investigators say the boys only spent about an hour in the woods before someone picked them up. Deputies in Knott County tell us charges are pending, but could not tell us who would face those charges. Tonight, police still need your help finding this man. They say Philip Lee Lewis III shot and killed Gary Medlin while trying to rob a Knox County store last Wednesday. This is video just before he fired that fatal shot. Police think he had a getaway driver, and he has ties to Mississippi and Michigan. Anyone with information on where he might be should call police. Deputies in Clay County say they caught a man Sunday wanted in a gas station burglary. This is David Smith. He faces burglary and fleeing or evading police charges, among others. Police say the crime happened at a marathon in the Garrett community. When they arrested him, deputies say Smith tried to run. Someone is shooting a BB gun at homes and cars in Laurel County, and deputies want to find out who's responsible. Homes and cars on streets in the London, Corbin, and Keavy areas have been hit the past 2 nights. We talked to deputies about the string of vandalism and what the person or persons is using to cause all of this damage.
Where someone is apparently driving around in their vehicle and they're using both a BB gun and a paintball gun, and they're actually shooting at houses and shooting at cars.
Deputies do not know who they are looking for, and that's of course why they need your help. They're asking folks living in Laurel County to keep an eye out for the vandals. Kentucky Secretary of State says she will not be making a run for governor this year. Secretary of State Allison Lundergan Grimes released a statement this morning. In her statement, Grimes says she wants to focus on her family. She gave birth to a son just last month. Grimes says she will not seek any statewide office in 2019, but says she looks forward to returning to public service in the future. Nearly 1 month after the death of beloved Lynn Camp basketball coach Richard Jones, Knox County public school officials are working to make sure his legacy lives on. The school district is putting together a memoir book in honor of the longtime coach. They are asking for photos through the years and special memories of Jones. You can submit photos online or bring them to the Knox County Board of Education. He helped the nation navigate through desegregation and gave hope to a generation. Just ahead, how many across the region honored the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
And the snow chances return this week. A look at that first system is coming up.
When you see news happening, dial star 57 or text your news tip to 5757. Service is provided by Appalachian Wireless. Better service, bigger savings.
Get front porch flavor for a laid-back price on McDonald's $1, $2, $3 menu. Like any size refreshing sweet tea for just $1. Or a flaky buttermilk crispy chicken biscuit for $3. Find more classics now on the $1, $2, $3 menu.
Our hometown is where music meets the mountains. Come to our hometown to front porch picking every Thursday night at the Country Music Museum. Great local music and dancing. Pure Paintsville. Come see us at our hometown.
Hi, I'm me. And that's me 30 days ago before I switched to Spectrum. With Spectrum TV, I get tons of HD and thousands of titles free on demand. With satellite, I have to have special equipment to watch on demand, plus that dish on my roof.
Get Spectrum TV and Internet from $89.98 a month. Call 833-271-8998.
Spectrum Internet has speeds of 100 megabits, so I can surf, my wife can stream, and the kids can game. All at once. Our internet can't keep up with all our devices, so I schedule all of our online time. I get every other Tuesday.
Get Spectrum TV and Internet from $89.98 a month.
Best of all, Spectrum bought out my old contract, making it easy to switch. Wait, what? Will they do that for me? Yeah, because I'm you, 30 days from now.
Get Spectrum TV and Internet from $89.98 a month. Plus, ask how you can save up to 40% on your wireless bill with Spectrum Mobile. Better services at a better price. Call 833-271-8998.
Minimally invasive robotic surgery allows me to see a three-dimensional image that is magnified and much clearer than what I can see with my normal eyes. Minimally invasive robotic surgery allows for a quicker recovery, a shorter stay in the hospital, allows patients to get home sooner and return to normal activity sooner than a standard procedure.
Together, we provide the most advanced heart care for the region.